Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. I'm Brian Perkis, and we've got a 1v1 between Captain Conundrum and Yegsts. I'll just call them blue and black. We are on the new Dox build with the recent buff to Doxes. If you haven't been keeping up to date with everything, the Dox just recently got a huge buff. It can now shoot at air, go underwater, had a range increase to, I think it was 85, and a vision increase to 150, and the price stayed the same. So mainly thanks to its versatility of the increased vision, amphibious, and the range increase, the Dox is now, as a general rule, considered overpowered. Personally, I think the Dox should have a cost increase and then possibly a I don't know, maybe a slight damage increase. Either way, that's neither here nor there. Right now, Captain Conundrum is spamming out a bunch of Dox and working on scouting, and Black is doing the same. Wow, this is one heck of an awesome spawn here for Black, and not too shabby for Blue as well. Both sides are going for lots of Dox, man, and then there's some pathing issues, like normal. Looks like Blue is going to find Black here real soon, or at least have an idea that he's probably in this direction. Maybe not. And it looks like Black here is gonna find Blue here fairly soon. Oh, very nice. Blue just took out that Dox that was about to discover where Blue was at, but so far nothing. Neither players found each other. Lots of bot factories queued up for Captain Conundrum, and more of the same for Black. Looks like Black has a hunch at which direction Blue is in, or not. I guess he was just gathering up his units, and there we go. Blue has now found Black. We're going to start seeing some raiding early and often. Nope, nothing quite yet, so here we go. Blue's moving in, got a bunch of units moving around from Black. There we go. Black is moving in towards Blue's base. Probably going to find them real soon. Black and Blue are dancing back and forth here. Blue is having to run away because of the vastly superior forces from Blue. Oh, and down they go. Decent sized force moving in here from Blue, as well as Black moving in here. And now Blue's moving in on Black. Wow, raiding on both sides. Man, this is some micro-intense gameplay. Oh, man. Where are the poles? There we go. Try and keep this aligned north. It's going to be difficult. But since Dox, here we go. This is going to probably cause a decent amount of damage. These Dox moving in here. Dox do have a very small amount of DPS. 10 DPS. I thought it was 20. Oh well. Not a whole lot of DPS, so it takes them a long time to destroy anything, especially with the crazy buff to structure health. They've got, what is it? I can't remember how much health they have, but economic structures and factories recently had a huge increase to their overall HP, which means T1 units take a long time to destroy. Basic structures. I guess Uber really wants gameplay to focus around T2 gameplay. Another group of units moving in here. Nope, falling back, moving in, trying to get the clump, get a larger clump of units before moving in. Man, so much attacking back and forth. And it looks like Captain Conundrum's not going to come out on top of this engagement. Lots of shots are missing, though. That's interesting. I guess the accuracy modifier has been tweaked. And black comes out on top. It's pretty much just a numbers game. Both sides have a decent amount of excess economy and about the same number of units. And Captain Conundrum has one more factory than black. More units moving in here from black, while blue here is hiding in and amongst their factories, using the factories or metal extractors as walls, which gives them a very big advantage. And moving in here to deal with this clump. Oh, nope. Oh, but these units are not focus firing. That is unfortunate. You always want to get them to focus fire when possible. It's always a huge bummer when one metal extractor has just a sliver of health left. Another engagement going on over here, but it's just all even exchanges as both sides are using nothing but doxes. At this point, it would be a good idea for one of them to start changing it up. Well, both players do need to be expanding more. And how's their economy doing? They're doing a better job of getting... Nope, never mind. Their economies are neck and neck, but they're not using all of their economy. At this point, though, it would be a good idea for the players to start mixing it up and mixing in some grenadiers or some ants or infernos or something into their unit clumps. Unit diversity normally wins out when you've got just a numbers game. Right now, that's all it is. Whoever has more doxes than the other is gonna win out in the engagements. But if you mix it up, put in some grenadiers, since the grenadiers have a larger rate of fire or longer range, and ants can take out doxes with one shot. Man, black here is attacking all sides at once. Very well done. Putting in some nice dents into these metal expansions. Yeah, that put a decent dent. Black now has a superior economy. It still doesn't matter since neither side is fully using their economy. And here we go. Large clump of units moving in from Captain and Conundrum, but black is falling back to clump up and is now going to have a superior number of doxes, and at the same time is sending one group of doxes to go attack the base, and the other group is clumping up. No, but I guess maybe not. Maybe he hasn't realized that he's under attack right now. Oh, wow, large group of docks coming over here, going to be coming through the lake. There we go. Now black knows that he's under attack and is moving his forces in, and down goes that attack. But at the same time, a little small skirmish going on over here. Man, nice. Ooh, this is a decent expansion. Something that would be a very, very nice move for black here to do is to use this... crack to his advantage. Put up some laser defense towers or have a bunch of doxes just kind of on either side, maybe put up some walls, and then put up some pelters and then just blast away at black's base from safety. Here comes in a large clump of docks, and man, raiding on all sides, everywhere. This large group of docks here from blacks moving in, while this large group of docks from blue here is moving in. Got to take out those factories. In games like this, as a general rule, whoever has more factories ends up winning out. Man, look at this. This large clump of docks is just causing damage. Wow, this group of docks over here is causing a lot of damage. Oh man, very back and forth, and looks like black has got that attack pretty much taken care of. Over here has defended against blue, while at the same time blue has now defended against black, but here comes another group of units clumping up. Black still has a superior economy. Blue is doing a nice job of taking out factories, but black is doing a nice job of taking out economy. Captain Conundrum really needs to get his economy back on track. He's got metal extractors queued up, and he needs to start building them. I'm very interested to see what his plans are with this orbital launcher. Wonder if he's going to end up going for an SSX laser satellite snipe. And a large group of docks here heading out. I'm going to be moving in towards Blue's base. And this group of docks is not long for this world. Going to get sandwiched in here just fine. And Captain Conundrum is still hurting for metal, but black is hurting for energy. At this point, it's still any man's game. Blue has more factories, but black has more units and a larger economy. As you look at that economy efficiency. Black needs to be careful. He needs to micro his units so they don't move in a line. You got to keep them clumped up. And here at the same time, we've got attack here from moving in from Blue. Man, it's so back and forth. Blue is moving in and taking out these metal extractors, while black is moving into the center of the base, taking out economy and moving on to factories. This is quite the death ball, but even then, look at how many units that is and how long it takes to destroy those factories. Let's take a look at Blue. Blue is doing Blue is did some nice raiding, took out a bunch of metal extractors, but is now repelled. And black is now mixing it up finally, very nice, and is going to be start pumping out ants. Those ants have a superior range and can take out a docks in one shot. Very nice. It looks like Blue has gone straight for the fabricators. Very nice move. Another large group of docks moving out from black, while we've got another group moving in. So stinging back and forth. Captain Conundrum is on the back foot, though. It is not looking good for Captain Conundrum, as black has gained control. He's got a greater unit count, a greater factory count, and a superior economy. Blue really needs to get his economy back on track and amp up his production if he wants to pull off a win. And once these ants start moving in, they're not ants, whatever, they're Ripper, that's what they're called in the latest patch. Once these Rippers start moving in, they're going to be able to one-shot these docks, and they're going to be able to really tip the scales. But even then... Okay, so Captain Conundrum is getting his economy back on track. Metal is not too far off. Captain Conundrum's getting his metal back up there, but the differentiation is black, the energy. That is going to make a big difference. The factory count is increasing, and Blue is doing some getting in some very nice wins, picking off docks. Very nice. Got this forward base up here. No radar in amongst here. Getting a radar right in here would be a very, very nice move. Provide a bunch of intel on what Blue is doing, where his army is, and where it's moving. Nice large clump of docks moving in, but they are getting weeded out by these ants. Ants are kind of having a little bit of a hard time hitting those docks, but they still put in some real nice work. Stepping it up to T2, very nice. I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner. Getting slammers out on the field is really going to tip the scales. Slammers are amphibious and they do more damage. They have more health. I think they have the same range. Can't remember. Oh, large clump of docks moving in. This is going to hurt. This is really going to even the odds, even the economy as these docks move in and are taking out a bunch of metal extractors with nothing to stop them. Large clump of docks here forming up. There's another clump of docks over here. Ooh, with a decent amount of rippers, ants, tanks, whatever the hell they're called. Tanks in here, moving forward. And, oh gosh, everything's happening on all sides of the planet. Captain Conundrum is working on getting up to advanced as well. I wonder if he scouted out... he has not scouted out that Black is working on getting advanced as well. Bit of a clash over here, but looks like Captain Conundrum is going to move in and start taking out some of these factories, or putting some damage in on these factories at least. Whether he'll be able to finish them off is a little bit iffy. Looks okay, very nice. He's going for the economy first. Always a good idea. Factories are very important, but if you take out your opponent's economy, then it is a lot harder to rebuild factories. If you take out the factories, they still have the economy and can rebuild the factories no problem at all. Advanced factories are about even, but man, so many skirmishes on both sides. This clump is moving in towards that commander. That commander will probably be able to hold off that attack, no problem, since it has a superior range, DPS, and health. Large attack moving out through the ocean, going to be clumping up with this group, and Black has no radar. That is a critical mistake. If he had a radar in the middle of his base, he probably did at one point, but it was destroyed in a recent attack. You'd be able to see this large clump of docks forming up, and he'd be able to respond accordingly. Commander under fire over here, but docks are moving in to reinforce. Right now, Black doesn't have nearly as many units as needed to take out a commander. He would be better off focusing on factories and or economy. There we go. There's the attack. Docks moving in, focusing down on those factories, as well as those storage. Taking out that metal storage with so much health, though, would be a very nice win. Get rid of a lot of metal production, or a lot of stored metal of Black's. Down goes one. Looks like he's not going to finish off the other. And let's see, not much is happening on the other side of the planet. Blue has put in a decent amount of work. Took out a few factories, some metal extractors, I believe, as well as one metal storage. It's a bummer that he wasn't able to take out that second metal storage. Another attack moving in towards these ants, but the ants are not at a critical enough mass, and those docks are taking them out. No problem whatsoever. Captain Conundrum has managed to turn this around. Captain Conundrum has a superior economy, even though he's wasting a lot of his economy, but Captain Conundrum has a superior unit count, and looks like he bouncing around on the economies. But that total unit count, that's big. Getting able to put in some very nice wins. Bit of a skirmish. Black outnumbers Blue, but Black is streaming in 1-1. Blue was clumped up a little bit better. Blue is falling back to try and get reinforcements and clump up to be able to repel this attack. And, man, I really wish Black would put up Pelter, although I guess those have been destroyed. Hello, large attack moving in here from Blue in on Black. Slammers are putting in some very nice work, but ultimately get taken down. If Blue can take out this advanced factory, then that is going to be a huge win. Focusing down on economy instead, looks not quite able to finish off and take out that advanced factory. Taking out that advanced factory would be a huge priority. It's exposed on the edge of the base, while this factory, Blue's factory, is here in the center. Needs to clump up a lot of slammers, and once he can get a large critical mass of slammers, there's not much Black is going to be able to do to stop them. Slammers just shred docks. Excuse me. Oh boy. Sorry about that. Decent force moving here from Captain Conundrum. Oh man, two sides at once. Bit of a skirmish over here. And then, more importantly, this large clump of docks with a few slammers moving in over here. Black is trying to move it around units to defend, but these ants are moving too close to the shoreline. These docks are going to be able to fire out of the water. Oh, nope, those units can fire on the tanks can fire on the bottom of, and this is going to be a huge blow. Maybe not. I don't know. No, it looks like Black is going to be able to repel this attack, but he is slowly slipping. His economy, their economies are about even. Both players are surprisingly doing a decent job of rebuilding their economy when they lose it. That is a common mistake from players, to lose economy and to never rebuild it. You always got to be building fabricators, always got to be expanding your economy. Man, this is one of the most back and forth matches I have ever seen. Very impressive. Well played by both players so far. Captain Conundrum is slowly gaining the advantage, though. Superior unit count and superior factory and fabric count. That superior factory count is big, though. In a game where pretty much they're all going with the same units, you just gotta have more. Gotta have more. Nice large clump of units with a decent amount of slammers forming up here in the ocean. Going to be able to move in and cause a lot of damage. Another attack moving in on the other side. Unfortunate pathing issues as units are deciding that they want to... Is that... they're kind of talking-ish. That's fun. Decent, nice raid moving in over here, but they're going to be able to be repelled just fine. Players, they really need to change it up and start doing something different. But there's no room to breathe. No opportunity to change it up and do something different. Just got to spam out lots and lots of docks and go. Both players, though, are doing a great job of attacking from a bunch of different sides at once. Scouting, you just got to change it up. These units are doing some decent work. These slammers, though, slammers are really making a difference. There we go. Focused down and finished off that factory. Nice raid. Total factory count is, man, just bouncing all over the place. Very impressive, though, is that the unit count keeps on going up and down and up and down. I'm going to want to take a look at the PA stats after this, of this match. Oh, let's see. This large clump of units from Captain Conundrum is forming up, moving in. But Black does not have radar. Big mistake. That was weird. They're having a hard time hitting that slammer. Decent size of number of docks. Oh, plus a bunch more docks moving in with a decent number of slammers. It's going to be able to do quite a lot of damage. Where's the advanced factory? 3 fabricators assisting that advanced bot factory, while Black has none. That is a big difference. Black really needs to be assisting this advanced bot factory or producing more, or both. Assisting a bot advanced factory is a great way to get a bunch more advanced units, because advanced units are more efficient by the metal than T1 units, as we all know. So it's important to build a lot of T2 units real fast, and assisting those advanced factories is one of the best ways of doing so. Decent attack over here, doing some nice damage. Very nice. I do see an air factory. That is an interesting move. Finally changing it up, as well as another orbital factory queued up. Let's take a look at the total economy. Man, bouncing back and forth all over the place. Both players are now almost even in economy, though it's this assisting of that advanced factory that is really making a difference. And Black has managed to turn it around and get more factories than Blue. My goodness. This assisting of that factory is really making a huge difference. And finally, that attack force is repelled. The commander, though, Black's commander, is hurting for health and is on the edge of his the base. Really needs to keep that commander in the center of the base, or he could be easily sniped by a sudden flanking of those super fast bots. Total unit count, Black now has a superior unit count. He's got a bunch of units moving through this lake. Looks like, nope, they're stopping, not sure where they're headed. Oh boy, okay, let's see. Blue needs to get his economy back on track and start producing, getting more metal out. It'd be nice if Blue... That was weird. It would be nice if Blue built some air fabbers and started building some metal extractors out in the middle of the lake. Very nice clump of units here moving in, and didn't quite finish off that metal extractor, and that attack is finished. Large clump of units here moving in, and more units moving in, but Captain Conundrum is not going to come out on top of that one. This attack is going to be an interesting one. Since Black does not have a radar, he's going to be rather blindsided by this attack. And it's probably going to cause a lot of damage. But at the same time, over here in the picture-in-picture, we've got a sizable attack force moving in here from Black. And there we go. Blue is now in the middle of Black's base. Going to be doing some very serious damage to Black's economy. Black really should be reclaiming some of these factory wreckage, and this is going to be big. This is really going to turn it back around and get Captain Conundrum back in the match, taking out quite a few metal extractors, finishing off that. Maybe not finishing off that advancement. Yep, down goes the metal storage. Down goes a bunch of metal extractors. That was big. That took out, what was that, like 50 metal per second, plus a bunch of metal storage. And very, very nice. Now let's go back over here. I was keeping an eye on that attack out in the corner of my eye, but Captain Conundrum has done a decent job of defending against that attack. It has not done a lot of damage. It's weakened quite a few of the factories and took out a bunch of units, but ultimately did not deal a bunch of lasting damage. And here comes another force moving in. Black almost didn't see this attack. Black really, really needs radar. Yep, still has no radar. Really needs that radar in order to be able to see these attacks coming. Very nice from Captain Conundrum. He's just running away from that attack force. He needs to cause damage to Black's production and economy rather than just unit exchanges. Focusing down on that advanced bot factory, not going to be able to finish it off in time. If he can come back and finish off that bot factory, that is going to be a huge win. Oh, but there goes the commander. I missed that. So many things happening on all sides of the planet. Hard to keep track of it all. Let's back up. Yep. This is why you can't have your commander on the edge of your base. I mentioned it earlier. He's vulnerable to a sudden flank and a snipe, and he's running, but no, he's not even running. He's building walls, but it is too late. This is why you got to keep your commander in the center of your base at all times, and Black pulls off a win. That was a fantastic match, one of the most back and forth matches I have seen in quite a while. Well played from both players. Man, I would have loved to have seen how long this match would have gone on if Blue, Captain Conundrum, had kept his commander in the center of his base. Well played by both players. Let me know what you think in the comments. I really want to know what y'all think of the current bot balance right now. And don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe. I'll see you next time.